American women are doing in politics on this International Women's Day. Is there room for improvement on the home front, and how are things looking for women candidates in 2012? Jessica Brady is a staff reporter for Roll Call magazine and taking a closer look at that issue. Jessica, good to have you with us this morning. Let's get straight to this. The issue you raise is redistricting when we talk about what's coming up in 2012. So tell us about this. What are you seeing, and how can it actually help women?
Well, what you saw in 2010 was Democratic women lost in numbers that were historic. And in 2012, when there are new seats being created out of redistricting, that is a chance for women and any marginalized group to jump in, run for these open seats where they don't have to worry about being an incumbent. They can create their own name ID. And Democratic women are hoping to make substantial gains this year.
All right, so redistricting examples that have helped women in the past. Let's give examples like in 92, California. In California, 6 women got elected to the House, also some elected to the Senate. It was the first time there was an all-female Senate delegation. We're talking about Feinstein and Boxer here. So what are your thoughts about as we move into it's hard to even think about this, as we move into 2012 with more elections coming down the line? What are some of your predictions?
Well, I don't know if it's hard to think about that. Certainly a lot of women advocates here in Washington are very excited about the chances of 2012 because, like you mentioned, they were looking back at 1992 and even 2002, where they saw some gains made, in part because of redistricting. Of course, 92, the year of the woman, there were many factors that played into that. But just like in 1992, 2012 will be a presidential election year. President Barack Obama will be at the top of the ticket. He will be courting women voters. And so advocates of women candidates are hoping that they can help ride the coattails of President Obama, plus take advantage of these new seats and increase their numbers.
And I didn't mean to say that it's hard to think about. It just means time flies. It just seems like we got out of the midterms. 2010, though, not the best in terms of the year for the woman. So do you blame the swing votes, bad politics for that? Is there something that really can be attributed to it?
Well, in my story, I talked to former Congresswoman Dina Titus from Nevada, and she made the point that, look, a lot of the women that she was elected to the House with in 2006 and 2008 came from these tough swing districts. She was one of those that lost by a very slim margin. There were several other examples of that. And so these Democratic women were saying, look, we were just part of the tide. This wasn't an anti-woman thing, but in 2012, we can try to repair those numbers. Of course, you did see in 2010 that there were more Republican women elected to the House, 9 in fact, which is something that the Republican Party is very proud of, to show that they're trying to grow in diversity. Of course, Democrats want to still keep their claim as the strong party for women.
All right, Jessica, great to have you on today. Jessica Brady, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So with each